Welcome to Simply Liminal. My name is Stacy. This is my daily 2-card reading for Monday, March 4th, 2024. We're just cruising into this month, aren't we? This funny little month of March. This week, we are working with the Gods and Titans Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. She was the author of the deck that I worked with the previous week. And the week before then, I worked with a Goddess Power Oracle deck. And I felt very called after that to find some balance and work with a masculine deck. Because I think that Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine are best when in balance. I think our world has had way too much masculine for a long time. And I'm not talking divine masculine. I'm talking about the corrupted, like the shadow side of the masculine, the domineering, the controlling, the brutal, the forceful. But we need to work, or we need to understand that there is a divine masculine energy that's gentle yet powerful. It's wise. It's full of action, protection, strength, focus. And I found this deck. Like, I literally was like, what should I do? And I was going to work with Stacy DeMarco with that. My other deck was a shadow deck that I've worked with for several years when I'm doing my shadow work. And this was the first deck that popped up. And I said, hello, I guess you are the Divine Masculine deck for me. So I ordered it and it came the very first day I was going to do readings for this week. So I'm very excited about this deck. So I will continue to do a 2-card reading like I have been doing, where I look at the energy of the day, which is the force that's directed towards us from the universe or our environment. Maybe it's our work environment. Maybe it's our home environment. Maybe it's our greater environment. Maybe it really is the universe. You know, sometimes this energy is intense, and March is an intense old month. I mean, it just is. That's how it's always felt to me. And the other thing we look at is the focus, which is the intention, effort, or response that we put back into that energy, because we still have a part to play here. Like, our response and our actions make a difference. And that's why it's important to look at 2 things, not just what's coming at us, but guidance in how we should react or deal with it or respond. It's very important to me anyways. And I hope that other people see things that way as well, though we're all individuals and can see things differently. But so before I do any reading, I open a circle of light and love and protection around myself, and that extends to the reading and anyone who will watch the reading, no matter when that's going to be, today, tomorrow, next week, next year, doesn't matter. You are protected by that circle of light and love and protection. And I also call my spirit guides and guardians in to help me be a clear channel and to help me hopefully understand the reading as it comes and express that well to you guys. So let us look at the energy for this day. So here's our energy card, and then focus card. Okay. So one thing I've learned about this deck is that it's shiny. So I'm trying to work with my lighting as much. I'm working with the board. The cards have bent a little bit just from my shuffling. So right now we're good. We'll see what happens when I flip this over. Okay, so let us look at the energy that's coming at us today. This is another one of our Celtic deities coming at us. This is Kronos. Kronos, sometimes is seen in Celtic mythology as the horned god. This is an interesting horned version. There's multiple different horns going on here. I often, in my mind, picture him as having stag horns. Doesn't matter. Kronos, shape-shifting, is the energy that we're getting today, or the message on the card. Now, we do see here a man painted. All these Celtic deities, I believe, here are kind of painted up in blue, which I love. But shape-shifting, he's horned, as he is known to be, multiple different kinds of horn, but it looks like he's either holding a snake or potentially trying to shapeshift into a snake. Now, some people don't like snakes, but I think of snakes ultimately as being about transformation. Snakes are interesting critters. You know, they live their life, they eat, they grow. And when they grow so much that they don't fit in their skin anymore, and they kind of go into this dormancy period, their eyes get cloudy, they kind of stop. and they shed the skin that they have, and they leave that skin behind, and they grow and they become more and something better and something transformed from what they were before. And in a way, that's a type of shape-shifting. So let us look at what the energy or what she has written in the book about this card. And I sure hope I'm saying his name right. I always kind of stumble over it. It's spelled with a C. And so when I first seen it years and years and years ago, I wanted to give it like a soft C message, but it's a K. Kernunos or Kernonos. I believe Kernunos. Anyway, hopefully he'll forgive me for potentially mucking up his name. Let me read what she has put in here. Like I said, the message in the card is shape-shifting. And then it says, transition and change are flowing through you. Relax and know that you have the power to be what you want to be. So I did talk about transition and change in a way like transformation with the snake. I'm trying to block that little bit of light there with the guidebook as I'm reading. Well, most people think of Cernunnos as a god of the Celts. The truth is, the energy is far, far older. Prehistoric man covered himself with skins, hairs, feathers, and bones of the animals he hunted, and he danced around his fire. As the shadows played against the cave walls, men changed into the very animals that he targeted. Shape-shifting is a way of gathering power and information. This is one of the earliest principles of magic. Like attracts like. If you want to catch a stag, be a stag in the ritual dance. Feel the stag. Think like a stag. Be one with the stag, and then you can better connect with the stag should you need to hunt him. By honoring this father hunter, the horned one, the ancient peoples felt like they would be better fed and better prepared, and in so more successful. Cernunnos is often depicted as half human and half stag, although sometimes he is simply depicted as a man with a glorious set of antlers that seem to pierce the sky. His energy is vital, flowing, fertile, and connecting. That's how I picture him. In my mind, that is how it is. It says here, today he is a symbol of the purest masculine energy, untainted and fully connected with his strength and wildness. For this reason, he is extremely popular with the modern pagan and witchcraft communities, and is a patron of those who work on facilitating change as environmental activists. You can call upon his shape-shifting energy when you wish to transition from one identity to another, or to shift back into your most authentic self. If you feel like you've changed recently in ways that don't feel right to you, or in ways that feel untrue to your nature, it is time to shift back with Cernunnos. So it's really interesting. Like sometimes we do change. We don't mean to, or you don't think we do, but like energy kind of gets at us. Like, you know, you've just done the wrong thing at work 3 or 4 times in a row. So you're just going to fine. I'm just going to follow the instructions and I'm going to do it the way it's supposed to be, even though it might not work as well for me or even for anybody else. You know, sometimes the thing that we need to change is confirmation. I'm not saying run out and start being nonconformist. That's not what this is about. Every one of these messages is going to hit you in a different way than it hits me or anyone else who listens to or watches these readings. But know that it's okay to change. It's okay to shift forward into something more, shift back into something that we were proud of in the past. It's okay. Let's look at the energy that we've got coming at us today, and we'll see how or the focus that we're looking at, and we will see how we are going to handle this energy today. Oh, sorry, gosh, this little shine. So this is Ul, and this is a Viking deity that I believe is really kind of the primary hunter, like really the hunter. Like if anybody was going to get something, it would be Ul. And the energy here, or the message on the card, is focus, and he is absolutely aggressively focused with his eyes, pulling back his bow. He is going to hit his target. I tell you what, this deck is new to me, but the messages never cease to just amaze me in their connection. Cernunnos is talking about hunters and how humankind, early humankind, associated with him as a way to hunt, to provide for themselves. And the focus card we have today is Ul, which actually means focus, which is another one of those just funny coincidences in the world. But so focus on what you need to become, how you need to shift, how you need to change, what you need to leave behind, what you need to become. Focus, focus, focus. Very important. So let me read from this card. I just got to find him. He's got to be right here, back at the back of the book. Ul, probably. Get my little Norse, my Swedish and Norwegian family would not be happy with me for not being able to pronounce that right. So, focus. Clear-mindedness and focused intent are necessary for success right now. You need stamina for long-term projects. It says, in a blanket of white that is the snowfield, a figure with a bow waits. He is camouflaged against his enemies. He is the picture of stillness, hardly moving, but when he does, it is with deliberate grace and absolute surety. The sure, clear-eyed gaze runs along the straightness of the arrow. The arrow's tip glows against the flush of the fingers holding it steady. Without ado, with complete ease, the figure releases the bowstring, and there is a hiss of energy, and then a dull thump of the arrow impacting deep into its target. Then, and only then, does the bowman breathe out. Only then does he move to become a more leather-clad deity than snowman. As he rises to his full height, we see Ul, Norse god of marksmen. Ul is a very old deity associated with Germanic and Scandinavian peoples. Being a great marksman could mean the difference between eating and an empty belly, or between killing and dying. So Ul is an important god to have on your side. Call on Ul when you need more focus and clarity in your life. No matter how harsh the terrain, literal or emotional, Ul can get you through to see where you wish to be. He can lend you the stamina that you need to complete a task when there are distractions, obstacles, or haters around you. He is the essence of calm centeredness and will help you achieve what you wish to achieve with a minimum of fuss. All right. So we have a beautiful divine masculine energy coming at us today. The energy is shape-shifting, transformation, transition, and Chronos is there to help us with that. And what we need to do is focus. Focus on our prize. Know what we want to become. Know how we want to change, how it's going to help us for the better. Focus and then release, and we'll hit the target. This is a great reading. I'm excited for this day. I hope you've all found this reading helpful or connected with it in some way. I would love to hear any comments you have about the deck or the readings. That would be great. Please like, please subscribe, please share. My name is Stacy. Thank you for visiting Simply Liminal with me.